Good morning and welcome back to Old World Soap Shop, soap channel, soaping channel, and other things. Today though, I am making soap. That's the most common thing we do here. And I am making one of my favorite. It's an oats, milk, and honey soap. And so I have a bunch of beautiful, luxurious additives. And I have my oils measured out so far. I have palm oil, coconut oil, sunflower oil, and castor oil today. So I've got to melt down my coconut oil and palm oil, and the other ones are measured out in a separate container because they're already liquefied. So then I have my lye ready. It's not measured out yet because of little one. I will find one of my daughters to kind of help during that time. I have everything ready, so it should go real quickly, or it will be during her second nap, first nap. So now what I am adding into this is going to be, so far I have my fragrance oil. Today I'm using fragrance oil. It is oats, milk, and honey from Wholesale Supplies Plus, and that is measured out to the side, and in it I have mixed in my kaolin clay, my colloidal oats, and my honey. My honey, now honey can actually heat up your soap and make it crack if you're using too much or soaping at too high of a temperature, so I always soap at a lower temperature when I am using additives like honey that heat things up, because I do not want a cracked bar. I don't want to have to go in there and try to remold it, especially when I'm using something like what I'm using today, which is the bubble wrap to kind of make it look like honeycomb on top. You don't want a crack going through and then have to smooth it out. The top will just kind of look ugly like that. So I have, fragrance, honey, colloidal oats, and clay all mixed in, kind of making a slurry, set aside in one area right now. And then my oils are measured out, and then the last thing I have to do is measure out my lye, and then I'm using goat's milk. So the goat's milk is in the freezer. I'll take it out and kind of make it into a slushy type, kind of mix it together to where it is like a frozen slushy type, and then I will pour the lye in. And if you do it to where the goat's milk is just completely liquefied, you will probably have orange goat milk. It might turn it orange. So I just try to do that at a cold temperature to prevent that and go a little slower. I do have salt mixed in there also. I will have salt mixed in there also. It's just regular table salt. I do not have the other ingredient that I want, so I'm just using, it'll just help harden the bar. So I'm gonna wash up, pull my hair back, glove up, mask up, and then I'll get started. So I will see you on the flip side. All right, so here I have my sunflower oil, my castor oil, and now my palm oil and my coconut oil right here is melted down, so I'm gonna add this in here. Here is my lye measured out. That's going to go in my goat's milk with a few ice cubes in there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Mix in the lye milk solution together. So you can kind of watch that as it melts. I'm going to tilt you down a little bit more. I'm gonna go I have the windows open and the fans on. So it is already turning it orange. You can see it's really doing a good job melting it. I really don't want that orange color, so hopefully, I don't know, it looks like it's turning orange. It's okay. It does usually do this. I added it more frozen than I typically do. Look how fast it melts it down. But it just still is orange. Some people say it works for them. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I will say once it gets into the soap, it does almost look like a honey color. After all is said and done, it does not keep this orange color. So I will definitely show you that during the cut. And a couple weeks after even, I can show if anybody's interested. So anyways, here you can see the chemical reaction, how fast it's melted it down. And even with all that frozen milk and ice cubes, let's see what the temperature is right now. It is 155, which is incredible because that was all frozen and it was just lye powder. So we are gonna let this cool back down to about 100 degrees, and then I will soap at that temperature because I want to make sure that the honey in the soap and everything else does not end up cracking the bar or the loaf. So now I'm just going to mix in these oils together. I want every little bit here. Okay, and then I'm just going to directly into the oil. Since I'm not swirling or coloring or using multiple colorants, I'm just gonna mix my fragrance, oats, honey, clay, all that goodness together, and then I'm gonna pour it straight into my oils. After this slurry is completely mixed again, it's kind of settled on the bottom a little bit. It smells wonderful, by the way. Like, this smells like a cinnamon roll in this house. It smells so good. Okay, so I can't really get that. I'm gonna have to add this clay in and then just mix it with my blender. It would be better to just mix it together in the oils. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I've mixed it in together and it is at 124 degrees. I'm gonna wait about a half hour and then come back and check on it again. All right, so here is everything ready to go. I did add some ice cubes in here to cool it down quicker because this was significantly cooler. So that helped quite a bit. Right now with the oils, it is at 102 degrees. And then with this solution, it is 103 degrees, so perfect. And what I'm gonna do is just mix my goat milk and lye solution in with my oils. This has everything in it already. It has the kale and clay, the colloidal oats, the salt, the honey, and the fragrance, and then my sunflower oil, castor oil, palm oil, coconut oil. Everything is in here. It smells wonderful. And I am going to mix that up and pour it in. So here we go. Watch out for when things splash. I'm going to go rinse this out. That's why you want to wear a long sleeve shirt, protective wear. Okay, so I'm going to start mixing. And I have it set to minimum. I'm just starting out on a low speed. I'm just gonna mix and then kind of hand mix a little bit. Just off and on. I also have my bubble wrap ready right here. I cut 2 strips lengthwise to go across the top of my mold here, just halfway across lengthwise. gonna be a beautiful bar. I can already feel it really thickening up. And I think I am done here. Pour it in. Try to pour it towards you with the next batch. Let's see here. Goodness, it smells so incredibly good. Try to get a little bit more here. And then I have some, I think I'll be able to do a couple flower molds also. So I'll do a couple of these flower molds right here. Okay, so this is really what it looks like. I'm just gonna let it set like this for a couple days with the bubble wrap on top. And here's the other one. And then here are my little flowers. I had enough for about 2.5 here. So got it pretty clean. Used pretty much every last bit. And I will show you when I'm ready to cut and show you what it looks like, stamped and steamed and everything. Thanks for watching. See you in a couple days. The soap is ready and I'll be cutting it. Looks like it did kind of crack down the middle a little bit, so we'll see what it looks like on the inside. I did not catch that before now. With the bubble wrap. So these flowers, that's how this turned out. These are just ours that we're gonna keep. And I don't know why it looks like that though. It must have been pushed out a little, but that's okay. It's still a nice bar of soap. This one's only half full.